Up, Dudes and Friends podcast, episode 21. We're officially legal to drink, do drugs, all the things. Let's go. Episode 21. It's that dude, Ruben, joined by that dude, Mr. Brandon. What's up, man?
What's up? What's going on? What's happening? Been watching a lot of preseason. Shador and Deshaun Watson going at it. I think that's been like the most entertaining, preseason team to watch so far. But I'm sure we'll talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to talk about that. Hey, man, it's good to see preseason NFL going on. I'm not going to lie. I've definitely watched more preseason than I have probably of any other preseason. I think it's just because I miss football.
Yeah,
Um, but
yeah.
that's cool, man. It's good. It's good to finally have it back on. But episode 21, we're 21 episodes in, chatting all things going on. We got a lot on the plate today. We got NFL preseason. We got maybe some injuries, some quarterback controversies, some crazy NFL preseason cuts that relate to college football, which is wild. And then everybody's favorite topic, we're going to touch on some WNBA. That'll be fun
Oh
because,
yeah.
what's a good episode without some WNBA talk? But hey, man, let's talk about the NFL preseason. I know we've been talking about it already. You talked about the Browns. The Browns are in a bit of a quarterback controversy between Shador and Watson. Um, Tell me, man, does who's going to win it? Who should win it? And does it even matter?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Yeah, then that's a good question at the end there. I think right now. I would say Shador for sure after the first two games, just especially based on the game yesterday. He's like 9 for 11, 4 for 4 opening drive, touchdown. First game, he looked really good as well. Just had that one throw that sailed and he threw the pick, but other than that, um, he's staying in the pocket a lot better. He's moving around in the pocket a lot better. He's throwing a lot better compared to last year. Deshaun Watson is typical. I shouldn't say typical because he had some really good years when he first came into the league, but he's kind of still in that slump. Like he looks really lost. He looked really rushed. He just looked like he really didn't want to be out there, uh, and he kind of showed, and he kind of gave his cards away that he doesn't really want to be there. In that post game interview where he's saying he's bringing up the fact that the fans booed him when he got injured, and he seems super pissed about that. So
Yep.
I think that I think that's a big thing for athletes if they really don't want to be in a city. If obviously if he thinks that like the fans hate him, he's probably not going to get any better. Like I don't see it at all. But like, do you think there's a chance like he could just turn it around in Cleveland, or do you think like he could be good in another city if he just left?
So I think if you're, I mean, far be it from us to say what the Browns should do because they're just notorious for making all the wrong decisions. But because if you're the Browns organization and you truly see this as a quarterback controversy and if they're equals, Shador and Deshaun Watson, which they could be, right? They could be equals. Um, so I think the question is not who should start, but what is best case and worst case scenario for both of these quarterbacks all this season and going into next season? Well, Shador is he's still on a rookie contract. He's getting paid like a mil, maybe less. And he's still very young. Deshaun Watson is owed 40 mil this year because his contract is fully guaranteed and it's his last year with the Browns. Is Deshaun Watson somebody that the Browns want to take on long term? Do they plan on extending him past the season? I'm going to guess that the answer is no, that they don't. So if that's the case, if you know that if you're pretty certain you're not going to extend that contract into next year, then what's the point of even having him play this year, right? You want to build some sort of continuity and um, you know, build a camaraderie with your quarterback in Shador Sanders right now. So just let it roll. I don't know how good he's going to be. I imagine the Browns are still going to be bad. Maybe he is good, but even if Shador is good, the Browns themselves are not going to be good. So I think the best bet I think is to see if they can trade him, and if not trade him, then just cut him. I'm talking about Watson. So
Yeah.
trade or cut Watson, but to him for because just go with Sanders and whatever the situation is with Watson, he I don't see him on the football field in a Cleveland Browns jersey week one.
Yeah. You know what? I don't see him starting week one either. I think Shador's starting, especially after that post-game interview. I'd
Yeah,
also say, like, to be honest with you, if he does get cut, I could 100% see him going to a team um, like New York Jets, see him going to a team like I
I could
want
see.
to,
I mean, you would be getting him for pennies at this point.
yeah,
So I could see
yeah.
him going to the Jets. I could see the Dolphins. I could see the Falcons.
I was
Maybe
gonna
the
say
Cardinals.
Falcons. Yeah,
Uh,
Cardinals for sure.
so there's options there for just a flyer on a quarterback like Watson.
Yeah. 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 He's but yeah, no chance. I don't think he's making it the full season. I'll say that. I would be extremely surprised if he made it with Cleveland the whole year. Shador is going to go out there, he's going to play, but like you said, they're going to have a hard time, especially the division they're in this year. It's going to they're going to in a solid division always. So, still solid defense. They have a few more weapons that Casey Concepcion. Uh who else do they get? Jerry Judy, I think.
Yeah,
I
Jerry
think they
Judy's
still have
been
him.
a bit of a
Yeah.
bust.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, it looks like him and Shador just aren't they don't like each other. So it almost
yeah.
feels like he's purposely dropping balls or he just sucks. Either way, I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but he's on the roster. Yes, Jerry Judy's on the
Yeah.
roster.
So, I mean, yeah, they're gonna struggle for sure, but I don't think it's gonna be all on Shador. I think they're gonna keep him in that spot for a little bit. I think they're gonna give him a few years, give him a little chance. That's what I see
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see Shador taking this season, and depending on how this season takes off going into next year, depending on what draft pick they have, next year's draft class is very quarterback heavy. Um, so, I know there's a ton of hype right now. My boy Arch Manning is up there. I hear teams talking tank for Arch. So I don't know. I wouldn't say that, but
Yeah.
if Cleveland has the number two pick next year, dude, I mean you can't convince me that they're not going to take a quarterback at that number two spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. But at the very least, Shador should play this entire season, assuming he's healthy. Um,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, we'll see and yeah, but I think he's got it in the bag. Like Deshaun Watson shot himself in the foot. The head coach even came out and said, "You know what? You play better football, you win games. You're probably not going to be getting booed." So I don't think he's going to take that very well, and I think it's downward spiral from here.
yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you have one foot out the door with the team, you very rarely get that foot back in. Uh, so I don't know. I see that being gone. All right, man. Kind of staying in the NFL world, switching up to college football, combining the two. There was news that came out, just ruffled a lot of feathers, and then the first use case came out of it today. A judge granted that if you are undrafted college football player, undrafted, you get signed with an NFL team, and then you get cut before the regular season. You can, assuming you have eligibility, you can go back to college football. Tight end from Ole Miss, he signed with the Browns. Pretty sure he played a game. He got cut just recently, and he announced that he's going to LSU. Tell me your thoughts on this whole situation.
I think it's crazy, man. Like I feel like this is like a barbaric rule we're gonna look back on and be like, oh, that is so dumb. Like why would we have ever let that happen? Because I think another thing, like once you get in that environment, you practice around those guys. Like it's like going from high school, being a high school athlete to a college athlete. If you go and practice with those college dudes for like a few months and then you go back and play with high school players again, it's like they're little kids out there. So it's like it's the same thing. It's like you're going and playing with these super athlete NFL players and then you don't make it or whatever, you get cut. Um, you don't want to keep pursuing that. You want to go back to school, and then you're like, oh, I came from, I go from playing with these super athletes to I'm playing with other like college students. It's like he should dominate. And I'm sure those players that did that this year, they will stand out for sure. I wonder if like, do you think that when the draft comes around, do you think that will be like an asterisk next to their names? Like, do you think that, or do you think that they'll grade them on like the same level playing field? Like, as like
Mm.
another, say, like a D end, like, are you grading him as the same as, another D end that's doing well or not?
Do you mean like if they already had a chance in the NFL?
Yeah, like if they did play in a preseason game, they end up going back to college and you evaluate a player, you're like, oh, he played in a preseason game for the Browns last year. Like he had 16 sacks this year versus another D end. Like, is that like an asterisk on him, or is it like
I
because you
This is so tough, man. Like I don't know why it's not as simple to say if you're declaring for the NFL draft, regardless of how many years of eligibility you have left, you've foregoed those years and now you're going to the draft. That's it, you're cut off. And whatever happens out of college is up to you, right? So like if it works out, awesome. If not, that's it's now your turn to be an adult and make do with whatever opportunity you have after that. I don't know why it's not that simple. Am I missing something? Are we missing something? Why did they stretch the rules and bend in them to add in loopholes?
they're acting like they these rules they're acting like they don't have enough people to play. It's like, dude, why are you making rules like that? Like it's
Yeah.
dumb. Yeah, there are thousands of kids that play, college athletics. You don't need to let people go try to make the pro play in a preseason game or go and train with these guys and then let them come back to, to play college because yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. And I think it's something that, they'll take away. Hopefully it's something they'll pay attention to. And I don't know how that stuff works. Like, would that have to be like a committee, like the NCAA coming together, like just a specific committee, like the conferences, like what would eliminate that? I don't know,
Dude,
but
they
like,
just they made unnecessary loopholes and now you just have all this unnecessary gray area. When it
yeah,
was very black and white. Now
yeah,
you've just made it more complicated as to what you can and can't do. Same for the NBA. Remember earlier in college basketball, like there were players getting drafted going to the NBA and then, you know, it not working out and then they went back into college. Like
yeah,
that's crazy. Like why I don't get why it's not as easy just to say if you've declared or if you've signed with the professional team, then it's done. Your eligibility
right,
is gone. That that seems very easy to understand.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if
No,
we're missing something. I don't know if money's involved that people are getting from it that we don't know about. Um,
I'm
a
sure that's
crazy
part
thing.
of it. I'm sure that's part of it with NIL. Like, yeah, like you want to come back, you want to go play on a practice squad team for whatever they get, if they even get 100 grand, or do you want to come back to LSU? We'll give you like 2 mil. It's like, what do you? I'm about to go back to LSU, go play with Lane Kiffin, get it. If they
Yeah,
get 2 mil, they probably don't get. I don't know what they get, but like it's a good bag. Definitely more than a practice squad player.
yeah, this seems dangerous though, man, especially from college football. Like now you're kind of gaming the system, right? Because if you're a player that you want to try out for the NFL, maybe within the first couple weeks, if in your head mentally you're thinking, "Oh man, this ain't working out. Maybe I can play my way out of this to get cut to go back to college." Like now
Yeah,
you're doing yourself a disservice. And then now coaches are also keeping an eye on these players that were signed undrafted and almost looking at that as a bit of a transfer portal, So
right.
it
Yeah,
just,
it's.
dude, it messes up too much.
It does. Yeah, it's a big finesse. They need to cut back on it, just like the transfer thing. Like they need to implement a few rules to make it even because I think a lot of people don't even watch college athletics because it's frustrating because of shit like that. If you're not into it to begin with, and you hear about players, like you can't keep up with players who's playing where, because there's also a lot of people that haven't gone to like these schools, like Mizzou, UT, KU that don't, that don't follow it. I think if they straightened a lot of that stuff out, you keep players at the same schools or just you have rules that make sense that you follows follows common sense, then I think, a lot more viewership. They already have a lot, but just even more eyes.
Do you think? I mean, because obviously NIL is getting out of hand, um, but that's the can of worms that they open. Is it possible to reel it back in? And if it is possible, what's the solution?
Yeah, I think just penalizing, like, you sit out a year if you have to transfer more than once. I think just doing that. But as far as NIL, I don't think that's as much of an issue as the transfer issue. So I wouldn't, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a problem with them getting paid. I think it's a little much. I mean, you hear about, them. I thought there would be more, news stories about, them getting in car accidents, driving these crazy fast cars, things like that. But like, there's not that much. I mean, you get some stories here and there. So I mean, for the most part, I do think they're being responsible with it. I think if it was like way out of hand and you hear these crazy ass stories all the time, then I'd be like, yeah, you should probably cut back on this a little bit. But um, they just need to fix that transfer stuff, dude. Because I know I can't keep up my damn self. I don't know who's playing where until the season starts for the most part, or like right before it. So maybe it's
I
just me.
heard on the NIL front. I mean, it's ruined coaches like Nick Saban, right? Like that's kind of the reason, one of the reasons why he left Alabama or why he's was NIL because instead of doing the old fashioned recruiting and what can our program do for you, the first question that's brought up is how much money are you offering, which that's crazy, you know.
Yeah.
So I get it. Um, and then in the transfer portal, I think you're absolutely right. You get one free transfer, you can play the next year, and if you do want to transfer again, then you have to sit out a year.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly what I would do. Yeah.
so yeah,
They cut back on it a ton, so
yeah.
much. And then you'd have, like I said, you'd have these teams that you get to remember from college for more than just one year. It's not just a bunch of random pieces together. Maybe you get to see some guys play together for 2, 3 years, really build some teams. So I think that would be just better for the game in
Hmm.
general. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, it just reminded me while we're on the topic, what or kind of on the topic. What are your thoughts on old Jayden Daniels sending LSU a cease and desist on his number and likeness? Because I mean, that story was he was under the impression that LSU was going to retire his number. And in
Yeah.
fact, they didn't, and they gave it to a recruit corner, a new recruit. He's a 5 star,
Yeah.
but a cornerback. But he sent them a cease and desist. What are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, man, I think it's silly because I really don't remember Jayden Daniels that much in college. I don't think he was really like that, to be honest with you. He wasn't a Johnny Manziel. He wasn't a Kyler Murray. He wasn't even a Joe Burrow. So I don't know. I don't think he was really like that. Um, I think it was silly. And for him to like, he thought they were going to retire his number, but his number's not retired. So yeah, I don't know. I think the whole thing is just overall like doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why he would. I don't know. You think he should have done that? You think he has the right to be pissed off? Because I think it's pretty damn goofy. I don't know why he's so mad.
No, no, he
Yeah.
definitely doesn't have a right. Dude, it's I'm trying to see what their records were because he played for 2 seasons at LSU. If you recall, when he left Arizona State, they didn't like him. Um,
Yeah.
at Arizona State, they were throwing it. There's a viral video of him leaving some stuff at Arizona State, and then they were throwing it in the trash can.
Yeah.
But yeah, he went to LSU. Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, this seems very unnecessary. Like like yeah, I mean, just some universities don't retire, and that's completely normal,
Yeah.
right? Like if anybody's gonna, I mean, right? Like there's far more impactful players at LSU than Jayden Daniels. And that's not to say that he didn't do good, right? Like he won a Heisman. Obviously that was a big deal, but dude, like that's not if you're way more remembered if you win a national championship there than if you
Yeah,
won a
for sure.
Heisman. So yeah, man, I don't know. I think it's a total miscalculation of what they thought. I guess the response that they thought they were going to get. The next day at LSU practice, they were all wearing the number five.
Hmm.
And dude, he's going to get laughed out of every opposing NFL arena this season, getting made fun of. Like there's going to be people
Yeah.
wearing number five jerseys everywhere
Yeah.
when the Commanders play on the road. So
That's
not a
funny as
good
hell
look,
too.
man. Not a good
Yeah.
look. And I mean, supposedly it's coming from his mom because she's the manager and the agent. Um, but
It is
I don't
weird.
know, man. I don't know. Also, I mean, call me crazy. My mom's not my agent. Like, there's no way in hell that my mom is gonna be my manager or agent. Like, I'll pay the 5 to 10% for a real one. Like,
Yeah.
that's just crazy. I don't know. Would you do that? Would you have a family member be your agent or manager?
Family member in general, maybe. I'd have to like really trust what they're doing though. Like they've had to have, done it before. If that was like their occupation for some years and
Yeah,
then, but like no, yeah, hell no. Like how Jayden Daniels is doing it, no chance. How Lamar Jackson does it, he's
Lamar.
like
Yeah,
he's wild. Yeah, he's wild for that. But uh, maybe I mean I know he's gotten some good contracts, but maybe he could have gotten more money. Who knows? I think usually you can. So I wouldn't be going for that. I think that like you said though, that is funny as hell to think about because I do think he's going to be going to away team or how do I say it, visiting stadiums, and people are going to be just trolling like hell. Yeah, you said five jerseys holding up five. They're going to have him on the jumbotron
yep.
with fives, messing with him. You already see it on Twitter. I know he sees it all over Twitter, all the different memes and stuff. So yeah, that's hilarious. You can't do shit, dude. Yeah,
It's
anymore.
already out there,
People
man.
get you.
It's already
Yeah,
out. Once it hits the internet, it's out there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
there's no taking that back. There's no taking that back. Um, yeah, it's already out there. So I think the only thing that you can do to offset this is just to win and just ignore it. And I saw the Patriots, one of the Patriots preseason games. Um, and I guess in fairness, well, not in fairness, but like they don't talk about the Diana Rossini thing anymore. Now, I think
Yeah.
that's by design, though, right? Because they've been trying to sweep that under rug for a while, like since it happened. Um, but all that to say is, if you just watch the Patriots game on your own and you kind of forgot about that, you will forget about it because they don't bring it up, and it just
Hmm.
becomes football. So, Jayden Daniels, I think the NFL will try to give him a bone and sweep that under rug and just try not to make that a thing. Um, but if you lose, it's gonna be worse, man. So just
That's
don't lose.
true. Yeah, losing amplifies everything. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Um, yeah, but we'll see, dude. He had a rough year last year. He got beat up. He got hurt a lot. So
And he
hopefully he
broke
can
his
just stay
arm.
healthy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Team wasn't good, and then he broke his arm. That wasn't great. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll see how it goes. The fun topic that we've been waiting to talk about for a bit, all things WNBA. So where do we begin? Because and well, by the time this episode releases, it'll be a couple days old. In his canter, Freedom went to a WNBA game. I guess they went in. She went in his face, right? Is
I
that
think
how
so. That's what it looked like.
she just started clapping back at him? I'm not sure. I'm not going to say for sure, but it seemingly looked like she's the one that was jawing at him, and then he kind of stood up and he probably said some words back. I don't know. I also did see some videos of him entering the arena, and people and fans were yelling at him and like jawing at him, just getting in. He had to have a security escort to go in the arena. So yeah. So I guess bigger picture is, why is this happening? Well, because uh, I guess started off. Sophie Cunningham, player with the Indiana Fever, said that I guess it was about trans people and wanting to not have trans people playing in the WNBA, right? Not allowing guys to play in the WNBA or guys that are are coming off as men or calling themselves women. Um, and then it is Cantor and what Royce is it Royce Young? I think that's his name. They came out
Yeah.
and said that they were going to be entering the WNBA draft next season, um, since they were identifying as women. All crazy stuff to be happening, man. All crazy stuff. So it seems like all the news and headlines in the WNBA is anything but the actual success of any teams. Um, Pretty crazy with Ennis Cantor. Walk me through this. What's the solution here? What's who's right, who's wrong? Where do we move on from here?
I think Enos Cantor is about to drop 50 a game. I think if that's how the rules are set up and he ends up getting on a team, yeah, if that's how we want if that's how we want to roll, if that's how we're gonna play it, then I think you gotta let him play, let other guy play, and yeah, just let him go nuts, let him dunk on him for about 20 times a game, and
MVP, MVP
yeah,
in the first half of the season.
yeah. I think he's gonna keep pushing for it though. Obviously, he's retired. He's not playing in the league right now, so seems like he's getting a lot of views off it. Good for his brand. It's definitely blowing his name up. So I think it's a circus in the WNBA though. There's always drama going on. They always amplify these silly ass topics and like that, like where it's like it's pretty clear cut in my opinion, there's a pretty clear advantage one way when you bring that conversation up. But like, there's certain just for some reason it's not there for everyone, and it's just like a game. Like we're just pushing it as far as we can push it until it's real, and then they're gonna have to fucking yank it back real quick. But um, yeah, I'm hoping to see it. Let him play. Like I hope he keeps going at it and somehow he gets in the game. I think it'd be hilarious. But do you think like he actually will come close, or do you think like he'll continue to pursue this like over the next like the rest of the season?
He very strategically, and look, when he made the video saying that he was going to be entering the WNBA draft, he did it from a non like poking fun or trolling of the WNBA, right? Like he did it
Yeah.
very professional, and that's what I think makes it more frustrating. If I'm the WNBA commissioner, I'm like heated because like he didn't do anything offensive, right? He found the loopholes because there are a lot of loopholes in this. And so
Yeah.
he found all these loopholes, made a very professional video out of it, and he pinned the WNBA in a corner to make one of two choices. One is to either let him play, or two is either to discriminate, right? And then not let him play, which was the whole point of them saying that they weren't discriminating.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I know we talked about like college football. Like, why is it not as easy just to say, uh, once you declare for the NFL draft, you've foregoed your eligibility? End of story. I don't understand why it can't be the same for the WNBA. And like and they say they're inclusive to all. They're implying that the NBA, I feel like I've heard shots like towards like the NBA, including that saying that they're not inclusive. The NBA is inclusive. The NBA never once said that they're not inclusive. They are welcome for anybody to try out for a team.
Yeah.
They have tryouts. The G League has open tryouts for anybody.
Yeah.
Um, those people, anybody, man, woman, transgender, whatever, anybody can try out. So, but there are, they found a easier path of making
Yeah.
a professional league, and they're exploiting that. And all I think all a certain group of people are saying is they don't want to see these women taken advantage of by other people that aren't women, right?
Right.
So I mean, in his cancer pin the WNBA. I mean, they're gonna definitely come out with a statement saying who belongs and who doesn't belong. Um, it doesn't mean I don't know what to say, man. I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that we've gotten to a point where they're having a whole gender war over who belongs in women's basketball. That's crazy to me. Like I really wish we could bring somebody on and talk to somebody. I'm being very sincere. I don't understand how somebody or can take the stance of like, oh, like we should allow everybody to play. I mean, everybody can already play in the NBA,
Yeah.
and if you can't make the team, then it is what it is. Like you don't find another league that's not a men's league. Like you just it just doesn't work out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I think. I think you make the rules very crystal clear and you answer questions in a very crystal clear way and you don't let reporters like stir this type of thing and amplify this type of thing. Like if someone asks that question, like they need to be very straightforward. Hey, if you're an ex-NBA player, if you are a man, you are not playing in the WNBA. That's what the NBA is for. If you are a man, you're playing in the NBA. It's a very simple question. It's not excluding anybody at all that is answering the question. It's not being hateful towards any group of people. All group of people are very welcome to play in the sport that they should be playing in. Have a blast. No one's hating at all. But yeah, just answer the question straightforward. Make the rules crystal clear. But when they want to like be funny about it and like dance around the question and they make the rules all murky, then you have guys like Enos Cantor that can come out and be silly with it and be like, oh, bet. He's like, oh, I'm about to go drop 50 a game.
I'm
Let's
gonna
do
call
it.
your
Let's ball
bluff.
out.
I'm gonna call your
Yeah.
bluff.
He's like, hell yeah. Um, but yeah, man, it's interesting, I guess. But yeah, I like I said, I think it'd be hilarious if he actually gets in there. Based on tonight, though, with him getting kicked out of that game, I could see some females trying him. I bet they definitely would try him.
Dude, you know
Try to
what,
swing on him
man?
or something.
Assuming, like, okay. I don't know. I mean, if he doesn't get in, it's because they would have made rules already at that point. Like there was a set in stone. You can't get into the NBA or the WNBA. The WNBA is for
Yeah,
female born women. Whatever. I don't even know why you have
right,
that has to be said. But whatever, however they want to phrase it.
right.
Assuming they don't do that, there's going to be a WNBA team that drafts him, and they're gonna make because and when he was walking, I don't know if you saw the clip of him walking into the arena. He was being escorted. There
Yeah.
were people yelling at him, saying that
Mhm.
he sucked in the NBA and that he wouldn't even make it in the WNBA. Like that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy
it's
that they
crazy
think
work.
that. And what really bothers me is, like you said, right? Like stop being so open about these. Like just make things like when you answer questions black and white, like
Yeah,
you put things to bed. You don't leave it open and then just make a mockery of everything. Like just
yeah,
answer it.
yeah.
You're not being offensive. You're answering the question and you have
Right.
rules, right?
Yeah.
Um, oh man, this is so frustrating. So what bothers me, and I hear this a lot in certain podcasts when they ask women who like could you beat this NBA player one on one? Like
Yeah.
number one, why ask that question, right? Because it's a lose lose. Because what happens if they
Right.
actually do play? It's a lose lose.
Yeah.
Because let's say they lose 10-0. Who does this look good for? Nobody. It only looks bad for the WNBA. And then
Yeah.
let's say they win. Well, then it doesn't look for the good for the WNBA either, because then they're just gonna say, well, they let her win.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
That's hella true.
dude, I just wish they would stop asking these WNBA players, oh, one on one, could you beat this player? It's like, no, it doesn't matter. Stop
Yeah.
asking this question. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, that is hella true. Yeah. Just the questions in general are bad. The media knows what they do, but like, yeah, no, that's actually funny as hell. Yeah, no, it would never happen. If anyone's wondering, yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. WNBA versus NBA, no shot. The NBA player damn near might throw the ball off the backboard, dunk it, five out of the 10 points. So, uh, yeah, not gonna happen.
What did Coach Gino from UConn. Somebody said, asked him, "Would you take Brittany Griner versus DeMarcus
DeMarcus
Cousins
Cousins.
1-on-1?" And he said he would bet the house and his mortgage that DeMarcus Cousins would win. First of all, that's crazy for Gino to phrase it that way. He
Yeah,
could have just
yeah,
said, "Oh,
yeah.
DeMarcus," but I don't know.
He's
But
hella
for him to
funny.
"Oh, I'm all in on DeMarcus."
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's it won't
Dude.
happen. These one-on-one games will not happen. So stop
Yeah.
asking. All
Yeah.
that to say, WNBA season I think is winding down. Maybe I don't know how many more. I don't know. I don't know how long the season is.
I don't know where they're
Um,
at in the season. Yeah.
but I don't know how many teams make the playoffs. Is it just the top? Is it just the top 8 teams? Do you know?
Let's see here. I
I
would
think they're
guess.
winding down. I'm pretty sure they're winding down because I'm seeing 7 teams have already clinched the playoffs and 6 teams have already been eliminated. Like there's only 2 teams left. Um, and so I think it is 8 teams that
Yeah,
make the
it makes
playoffs.
sense.
And so, yeah, this looks pretty interesting. Minnesota Lynx just running away with the whole league, it looks like. Dang. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like the last regular season game is like September 24th. I think it
Oh,
looks
okay.
like.
So a month from now.
Yeah, yeah, so it's coming up quick.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking. Okay, I'm just looking at like the Indiana Fever, for instance. They just have 5 games left. That's it.
Yeah.
Which that's crazy. The league ends a month from now, and they just have 5 games within that
Yeah,
month. That's crazy. Only 5 games in a month.
it is. Yeah. That is pretty wild for basketball for them. Like, cause the NBA is like damn near they have back-to-back nights, right?
Yeah, they have like
Yeah.
4 games in a week.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, they're playing all the time. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm seeing that
Man.
here. Yeah, so top eight. Well, best of luck. Hope to see Caitlin Clark in there. She's always fun to watch. I
If
do
I
like
if it is the top 8 and the way the seedings are now, the 4-5 matchup is against the Atlanta Dream and Indiana Fever, which is Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark in the first
love
round.
it. Would love it. Yeah. See some smoke layups.
Boy,
Let's do it. Yeah.
boy,
Yeah.
man,
See Angel Reese. Brick house.
brick house, man. She's
Nah,
make a wish, building houses for everybody out there.
I don't
That's
think she's
crazy.
as bad anymore. Like she used to be super annoying because she would just say stupid shit all the time. But she kind of stopped talking. I think she got some good advice. Like, hey, let's just shut up a little bit and let's just play basketball and do it, do what we're good at.
It's
So
crazy. I think Angel Reese. I think she almost has the potential of being very good
yeah.
if it didn't involve shooting
Right.
or
Yeah.
layups because like she has really good footwork
Hmm.
and she has like she's a really good rebounder but like just never take a shot like like
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you because like her footwork is all like it's so good she'll do like a quick jab and turn around and then bro she's about to break the glass with her layups like
She's tough. Yeah. Yeah. She's brick houses. Yeah. She's throwing it off there, throwing it off the bottom of the rim and shit. I've seen her do that a couple times. But no, like you said though, she does have pretty good footwork. She has good post moves for like her size. She's quick. She does smoke a lot of layups, but yeah, she'll be good. She'll keep getting better. It's just easy to kind of cook her because like I said, she just says silly shit all the time. But she's been quiet, so yeah.
they've been winning so and I think obviously it was a change of scenario because or change of scenery.
Yeah.
She got traded to Atlanta. Atlanta, they've had one of the better records all season. They're the 4th seed now, so it seems like it all worked out. Like maybe she's as good as advertised.
Yeah.
Um, but I'd be very that's a must see TV if they play Caitlin Clark in the first round.
Oh
Let me tell
yeah.
you.
Great series.
That's that's gonna be that'll for sure be something that would be like, oh, I might have to watch this game tonight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely have it on.
Oh man, we covered all the sports stuff. I've read the Avengers Endgame tickets are going on sale. I think coming up this week.
Oh,
Uh,
Endgame. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Endgame because
Extra.
that movie's dropping in what September, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think like September 20th or 22nd, something like that, I want to
Something like
say.
that. Let me
Yeah.
ask you, do you think they're gonna drop a new trailer for it and maybe include a new scene in it
I don't think in the trailer, no, but yeah, they are dropping a new trailer tomorrow, actually. There was like a TV spot that I saw that said that they were
for
dropping a
Endgame?
trailer tomorrow for Endgame Encore. Yeah.
You don't think
Um,
they'll include? You don't think they'll include a new scene in it?
nah, I don't think so. I think we'll have to go see it because it's only so it's an extra 4 minutes that was added to it. 4 minutes
4 minutes?
total.
I thought I read 15.
Yeah, I think four. Um, let me see. Yeah, because so like the regular one's 3 hours, 1 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes of new footage. Okay.
So I wonder if that's gonna. So what I think that's gonna be, I think that's gonna be like 30 second. I think that's gonna be like a few 30-second Easter eggs, like whether that's like the Stark funeral scene or like when when like uh Chris Evans, Captain America, goes and takes the stones back, whether it's something like that, or because I don't think they're gonna put a full 4 minute post credit scene. I think the post credit scene's maybe gonna be like 2 minutes, maybe a minute and a half. So I think yeah, the other stuff, like I said, it's gonna be like Easter eggs that are sprinkled in, but I don't think it'll be because I can't think of what they would show in the encore trailer because you don't want to show like something.
If it's only 4 minutes, then I can't imagine that they would show anything. I think you're right. I don't think that
Yeah,
they would show anything.
yeah,
I think you're absolutely right. A 2 minute end credit scene. I think the ending is different with between Chris Evans and Captain America and Peggy in the house. I think that ending is
yeah.
different.
Hmm.
Um, I think him getting old. I think the bonus footage is going to be towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I
Um,
think.
I can't see anything else. I don't know necessarily what else could possibly change, like where in the movie something could possibly change.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they're gonna change anything with like the time heist stuff or the final fight. Like, they can't really change any of that. So that's what I was saying. I think what they're gonna do, there's gonna be something small in Tony in Stark's funeral, whether it's
Hmm.
like somebody extra standing back behind a tree or some shit, or somebody walks up like after everybody leaves. I exactly what you said though. I think we do see a scene with. If I had to guess, I haven't read any spoilers on because I stopped. Like I know I have heard and seen spoilers from the beginning of the movie, but other than that, I haven't read anything. So just me guessing. But I think instead of like before there were uh, there was heavy talk about Doom actually being the one that like shows up to the house with Steve Rogers and Peggy, but I actually think it's gonna be Loki. I think he's gonna show up to the house and he's gonna like he's gonna talk to him and he's gonna kind of give him a
Warn them.
heads up on what's coming. Yeah, if he but since he moved that stuff, he's gonna give him a heads up because he sees all of time. He's basically God of time or God of stories is what his name is.
I
Uh,
saw one. I guess it's a spoiler. Did you see? And I don't know. I mean, I know you love spoilers and you love reading
yeah.
all. But did you see what David Harbour, Red Guardian, said about his character in Doomsday?
Yeah, and I did see that, and it's interesting because I heard for like a while that um they weren't gonna see his face, so I don't know if they changed that. It's because they've obviously had like a ton of reshoots,
Hmm.
so maybe that is a part of it, but I don't know.
I mean, if they've had a ton of reshoots, well, I guess they were filming Infinity War and Endgame back to back. they're not necessarily doing that with Doomsday and Secret Wars.
No, that's what's funny. They just started shooting Secret Wars, I think like 2 or 3 days ago. The Russo brothers started posting pictures. They just
Okay,
started.
because I
Yeah,
saw that well, at least with Infinity War and Endgame, like when the movie came out, a lot of the actors didn't know what was even going to be in Endgame because they shot for both movies. So they don't like
right.
they use footage from both recorded for both movies, so they didn't know.
Yeah.
Um yeah, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm super pumped. December is what, 4 months away. Uh,
Countdown. Yeah, they got a live countdown for us anytime.
what are we at? 3 months and like 20
40
something
something, I
days.
think. Yeah, probably something like that. I'm surprised it's not on like my home page. I click on Marvel stuff so much. Dude, speaking of that, dude, I watched that special look trailer so many damn times, all the reactions, that has me hype. Yeah, 3 months, 24
23
days.
days. I got
Yeah,
23 days in 1 hour. Is that what you're
yeah.
seeing?
C24, but yeah,
I'm looking at 23. Your computer's
maybe
drunk.
I'm a day behind, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, dude, it has me pretty hype. Spider-Man was so good. I think they have some good momentum and it's gonna make crazy bank. But I think we'll see. I'll maybe watch like one more trailer and then I don't want to see anything. Then I just want to go into the movie. Just trying to see what we got.
Yep. Yep. Man, I wish this movie was 4 hours long.
Yeah.
I guess they still haven't released the time, right?
Yeah, right. Well, no, they have, bro, because the tickets are on sale. So I think it's 246 or something like that. 245.
246.
Yeah.
245 to
Yeah.
246.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
So
right. Man,
that's
that's kind of weak, no?
that's like 2 minutes shorter than Infinity War, I think. Infinity War is like, oh no, sorry. Infinity War was 229. So it's a little longer than that.
Oh,
And
Infinity War is
but
229? Damn.
yeah, so
Okay.
I think they can
Okay.
maybe make it work. But this has a lot more I feel like this has a lot more story to explain than Infinity War did, so maybe I think
Even
it'll
though
be a pretty
Infinity
it,
War still had a lot, but yes, there's even more
yeah.
now.
I think it'll be a real tight movie, dude. I think it's gonna be crazy fast paced, a lot of action. I think what's gonna be telling is the average person going to be able to keep up with what's going on? I think that's going to be the big difference. I think people that are like really like people that love this stuff, like you and I that are hyped for it, I think we'll really enjoy it. But like I said, the average person that can go see Spider-Man and Hulk and Punisher right now, they don't need to know shit. Like they can just go enjoy the story, enjoy the characters. With this, that it's going to be a lot different because like the characters are going to be really important. Like you're going to have to care about them dying. You're going to have to care about their worlds dying. Um, so like if people can follow that and follow the story, it's technically like a hard story to follow with the multiverses and incursions and stuff. So they have a lot that they're going to have to do and explain and make it simple for people, or get them interested. So, and it's the casual viewers that help these movies make so much money, not the people that love it and go see it 5, 6 times. So yeah, we'll see. But like, yeah, do you think that's enough time? Do you think it'll be rushed, or you think it needs to be more?
I thought Infinity War was like the idea of that movie coming together with how many stories had happened since Age of Ultron.
Hmm.
Like I thought like that's crazy that they're gonna fit like that movie needs to be way long. I didn't realize that it was under 2.5 hours. So and they fit everything in there and it all made sense.
Yeah,
I guess with that in mind, it feels like what 245, 246 that helps. I think where the confusing part is now you're not only you're adding more characters that were introduced in the MCU since then, but now you're adding movie franchises that you
yeah,
didn't like that weren't even in the MCU before, like all the X-Men. So
right.
and they may or may not have a long significant part in this movie. Maybe they're one and done early on. I don't know. Um, But and yeah, maybe that's not even relevant. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, 2 hour. I mean, okay, yeah, I think that's fine. I think you are right though, because there are a lot of projects that you have to kind of like. If you really want to keep up, there are a lot of projects you need to have seen to be kept up. Um, I
Yeah.
think they can make it work though.
Yeah, I think so. With the heavy hitters being back, they got the Holy Trinity back. Chris Evans, RDJ, Chris Hemsworth. So I think they could make it work. It just
The Russo boys.
and the Russos, yeah. So I think they can make it happen. It's so important that they do. So fingers crossed.
Are you wanting? I'm going to ask you, are you wanting, not if you think, are you wanting it to be a bait and switch on Doctor Doom and it be somebody else under the mask? Like there's been a lot of funny rumors on it lately,
Yeah,
and
wanting
RDJ not
no.
being the main one.
Yeah, honestly, no. I don't want them to do that because I think it's already going to be hard enough for them to explain what's going on, and I think for them to do that too, then people are just really going to be lost. Um, but yeah, I think a lot of people are like hold on to hope for Killian Murphy, or like another guy. But what I think is really going on, I think they're messing with the trailers. I think they're messing with the outfits, just like how they messed with Hulk in Infinity War. They had him in the trailer and running in the and stuff,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they've done with other trailers. I think they're probably doing that with his outfit, so you can't really tell where you're at on the timeline of the story. Because there's no way like that scene. I don't see how the hell he gets launched out that window and the way he lands, but he looks like he's wearing that basic ass suit. Like I feel like he would be decked out in the suit that we see him in if he's able to move like that and do all that. But because right after that, when he's fighting Thor, then he has like the full thing. So I think they're
Mm.
actually messing with it a little bit, but then again, I don't know. That's just my guess on it. What do you
The
think?
trailers are meant to fool you though too, right? Like they're
Yeah.
not. They're not. It's not a trailer for a Harry Potter movie with what you see is what you're going to get in the movie. Like these, like they're meant to deceive you. They're meant to trick you into what is really going to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean Marvel's notorious for showing you a preview, and like you said with the Hulk, right? In Infinity War, it had him running his Hulk, you know, status, but he wasn't the Hulk in Infinity War, right? They
Right.
tricked you, and same for like Spider-Man: No Way Home. There was they edited
Yeah.
characters out, so they didn't give that away. So there's a lot of stuff out there that that they deceive you with. So I
Right. That
could
was a
a
big one.
hundred percent they're hiding some stuff in the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that No Way Home one was a huge one. I forgot about that one. Yeah, that one was crazy. But yeah, we'll see. I think dude, I'm just so hyped for it. This last one really got me excited. The first one was okay. This last special look, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm on board. Let's do it." Yeah.
I'm pumped, dude. I'm pumped for it, man.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. Um, Fun episode, man. Fun episode. Went to town on the
Always.
NFL. All things WNBA. I know people come here for their WNBA recap. We got you. We got you fulfilled today. And then obviously, what's episode 21 without talking about some Marvel? It's always good to see some Marvel news out there.
Oh yeah.
But episode 21's in the books. We can officially drink now. This was good. We'll hop in 22, 23, 24. We got more coming up soon. We got football season around the corner. We got more college football to talk about, some previews. We got NFL, maybe even have a couple guests come on to do some recaps with us or some previews of the season. So that'll be fun, man. But yeah, man, catch us on all the socials, Dudes and Friends podcast, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Dudes and Friends podcast. Like, thumbs up, subscribe, retweet, share, all the fun things. Catch us online, follow, check us out. I'm Ruben. That's Brandon, and we'll catch you guys on episode 22.
See you later.